The last time we looked at 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 4 through 7, and looked at verse 7 in the phrase there. And we saw that the gospel is an amazing treasure that we carry through Jesus, but we carry it imperfectly to show how great God is. Today I want to look at the next phrase from this passage, but I want to read the whole passage again so that we have that context and are constantly reminded of the whole. Paul writes, "But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. We always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body." Today I want to look at the picture Paul gives with the phrase, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed." Many times we understand the first part of this phrase well. We know what it means to be hard-pressed on every side. Sometimes life shows that part of this phrase clearer than we would like. We're seeing that in our country today with everything that is going on, with the prejudice, with the attacks, with the violence, with all of the rhetoric that is going on that just seems like it takes the value of people out of the picture. We feel hard-pressed right now just being cooped up, feeling alone, having the fears that we have of the virus, the loss of the income and the mounting bills. Some are struggling with damaged relationships and that all of these other factors only amplify. Some endured having the virus or lost someone because of the virus. And we understand that hard-pressed on every side. Many are having to work in public through everything that's going on, and they're dealing with stress that goes beyond belief. We get the hard-pressed on every side part. Many think Paul is using a picture of war or combat here. That the hard-pressed on every side is a picture of being surrounded by an enemy in battle. It isn't a pretty picture, and it's a picture that indicates that doom is coming soon. But the other side of this picture that Paul gives us, because of the gospel, is we're not crushed. If this battle is a picture from combat, it means that even though we are surrounded, we still have room to move around. There is still hope. The end isn't as close as it seems, and the end might not come because of that. It's a picture of what God does through the gospel. We're struggling with our guilt. We struggle with failure. We struggle with hopelessness and helplessness and a list of other things. We can't seem to get away from all of that, and it seems to be crushing the life out of us. And yet, because of the gospel, we have room to move. We have hope. We have God on our side, working through the struggles and keeping us from being destroyed by them. Paul is showing us the gospel message of what God has done through Jesus to pay the price for our sin and to offer us a relationship with Himself. It's not only a great treasure to show His power, but it's also a wonderful benefit in the struggles of life. We're never alone. There's always hope. We're never crushed. And I hope you hang on to that picture and hang on to your salvation through Jesus and find the strength and the peace that you need as we continue through what is oftentimes a difficult life. Dear God, thank you for the hope that you offer even in the difficult times. Please give us the faith that we need to see you and your work so that we aren't crushed from all that life throws at us. In Jesus' name, amen.